Good evening, friends. Today we are going to have a very interesting topic, healthy food habits in children. Okay, now why is this very important? What do the children of today's time love to eat?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Noodles.
Hamburger.
Yes.
Burger.
Yes.
But
Vada pav, samosa.
Yes.
Junk
Maggie,
food.
Lay's,
Junk food.
all junk
Maggi.
foods.
Junk food.
Yes. Why is it so?
Because they enjoy the taste of it.
And
Yes.
advertise.
Advertisement, exactly. The way they colorfully show the ads and the TV serials and especially Pogo channel, the Cartoon Network. It is very catchy. They give all the food products which are not to be consumed advertised in the Pogo channel.
They are eating because of the ad.
Yeah.
And yes, they
Yeah.
get attracted
They
towards
attracted.
that ad.
Newspaper.
Plus,
magazine,
one more
TV.
thing, they get those free toys with those chocos ke sath, they get those small toys. So they will ask the mother to get the chocos packet, not to eat chocos, but to get that small little toy. This is true for all companies,
All over the world.
all over the world. Yes. So pizzas, burgers, French fries. McDonald's is the best favorite place children would like to go. Now, let us discuss that. Does our children have the right food habits?
No.
Why are food habits very important in children?
Because for the growth.
Yes. Growth is at its peak during this age.
Child.
Yes. Growth of height, weight, all of this takes place only during childhood. Development of various organs. Mental growth. The first 6 years is the time when the brain grows the maximum. So it is very important. Development of immunity. The immune system develops during this age. Now, research says that kids who eat properly are more attentive in school and they have higher levels of energy. They grow fast, they grow to their maximum potential. It's important to know about what is the required nutrition and what is malnutrition. Making smart nutritional choices during childhood can reinforce lifetime food habits, isn't it? Nowadays, what are the prevalent problems in adults? Obesity,
Obesity.
cardiovascular diseases, diabetes,
Blood pressure.
blood pressure. What are these? These are all lifestyle related problems. And from where does these lifestyle related problems originate? From the food habits. Food habits. And where do we develop the food habits? In our childhood. Thus prevent lifestyle related diseases like obesity in the future. Food habits also have influence on behavioral patterns of children.
वो कैसे जरा समझाइए.
We'll come to that. Now, health food habits. There are two types of foods. Foods that we have normal health state and food habits that are there during different health states or disease states, I should say, like anemia, constipation, diarrhea. These are food related problems which we can correct. What are the different nutritional requirements of a body during the healthy state? There are macronutrients, micronutrients. We'll be going through this very fast because I am sure you all are aware about all this. Macronutrients is carbohydrates, proteins and fats. These are the things which we require in bulk quantity, whereas micronutrients are vitamins and minerals which we need in a smaller quantity. Now let us know what is the role of carbohydrates. It is the source of energy in the body. It is requirement for the caloric fulfillment of the body. Sources are whole grains, potatoes, whole rice, bananas. Proteins. What is the role of protein? Protein is building block of the body and repair of wear and tear of the body. Sources: bananas, pulses, milk, cheese, paneer, beans, eggs, poultry products. Fats. What is the role of fat? Is fat important in the body?
Not much.
Yes. To some extent, yes. We cannot neglect fat completely, right? Why? Because it is required for the temperature regulation of the body. We do not lose all the heat or the energy that is produced because of the fat. There is a subcutaneous fat is available there on our body, that is for temperature regulation. Apart from that, there are certain vitamins which are fat soluble. So we need fat for those vitamins. Yes. Insulation, yes. There is a fatty layer around all the important organs of the body that gives protection and insulation for the different organs. Okay, like heart has a fatty layer around it, the kidneys have a fatty layer around it, so that if there is any trauma or injury, it does the work of shock absorption and these organs are not directly affected. Sources, as you are aware, olive oil, groundnut oil, all the kinds of oils are available. Nuts, walnuts, cashews, ghee. Now let us talk about the...
Ghee is very bad, they say. Carbohydrates.
We'll be coming to that also. See, ghee is a non-saturated fat which is important. According to, if you compare with oil, yes, ghee is a better option, definitely. For it is important for your joints.
Vegetable ghee or pure ghee?
Pure ghee. Pure.
No, you are not talking about dalda and not
No, obviously,
No.
obviously.
Dalda is hydrogenated oils.
Hydrogenated.
It's bad.
Let us talk about micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. We'll just go through this fast. Vitamins, fat soluble vitamins A, D, E and K. Water soluble vitamins are B complex and C. Vitamin A, what is the role? It is essential for color vision and vision in low light. So if there is deficiency will lead to night blindness. Sources are carrots, cod liver oil, orange red fruits like pumpkins, yellow orange fruits, ripe mangoes, papayas. They are very good sources of vitamin A. Vitamin D, regulation of calcium and phosphate, structure of the bone, and it assists the admission of calcium. So mainly vitamin D is required for the bone strength, okay, for formation of bones. What are the sources? Cod liver oil, liver, milk, yolk, butter, avocado, sea fish. Deficiency, it's a fruit.
Biggest source.
Deficiency is
Biggest source is the
sunlight. Yes, yes, definitely. We don't need any source if we have the right exposure of the sunlight. It can be synthesized under our skin itself.
Now the butter is there, and vitamin D. Which butter is?
See, butter again is a milk product. Milk is a good source of vitamin D. So from there, but nowadays if you see everything that reaches the consumer, it is already processed and all the nutrients are out of the food.
Right.
I think the homemade butter is better. The white one.
Yes,
because-
माखन जो बोलते हैं, yes. Vitamin E, what is its main function? It is mainly used for the epithelial lining of the body. Stabilization of the immune system, inflammatory responses, cell replacement, protection from radicals, modulates cholesterol level too. It is also important for blood vessels, muscles and reproductive organs. Sources: sunflower, corn, soya, wheat, germ oil, flax seeds, pepperoni and avocado. Again, avocado is a good source of vitamin E. Deficiency will cause eye problems, amblyopia, tiredness and reproductive problems. Vitamin K. What is the role of vitamin K? It is required for clotting. Sources: eggs, livers, green collard, green vegetable, oatmeal, kiwi and tomatoes. Deficiency will lead to clotting disorders and bleeding disorders. Now we come to the vitamin B1. B complex, thiamine. Role: it is important for the nerve system, liver damage, pregnancy, production of energies, affects the carbohydrate metabolism, important for the thyroid functions. This is B1. We have sources: wheat germs, wholemeal cereals, peas, heart meal, liver, brown rice. Deficiency will lead to heavy muscle and nerve disturbances, tiredness, dyspepsia, dropsies, cardiac insufficiency, cramps and paralysis. I'm just going through this fast so that we can come to the main topic again. B2 is riboflavin. It is important for body growth, utilization of fats, protein and carbohydrates, well-being of skin, eyes and nails, important energy production, oxygen transfer. Sources are milk products, meat, cheese, eggs, liver, sea fish, green leafy vegetables, whey proteins. Deficiency will lead to skin inflammation, brittle nails, anemia, callus, attrition.
What is callus?
Callus, it is the bone forming part of the how big is it? The bone which is growing, that is the callus one. Okay, slowly it will be forming the proper bone. Niacin, the sources of fish, meat, liver, whole wheat, cereals, nuts. Deficiency will lead to diarrhea, dermatitis and dementia. That's pellagra.
What is the peanut butter means?
Now we get special butter, like we have the peanut oil. You get a peanut butter also, which is available in the market.
Sing.
Peanut
Same
is
thing.
yes.
It's good.
Yeah, it is a preferable butter than the normal butter we get in the market.
Cholesterol content is high in peanut butter.
Yes, obviously butter will have cholesterol.
But that should be eaten in moderation. Little.
See, yeah, that all will be coming to the balanced diet, no? So I will be discussing at that time. Vitamin B5, it is to relieve pain of burns, cuts, abrasions, to reduce skin inflammation, speed up the wound healing. Sources: meat, whole grains, green vegetables, yeast, nuts, sweet potatoes. Deficiency causes tingling and numbness. Pyridoxine, vitamin B6. Sources are egg yolk, fish, cabbage, whole grain, bananas. Deficiency can cause skin problems like acne, insomnia, muscle weakness, nausea, irritability, depression, fatigue and anemia. Cyanocobalamin, that is vitamin B12. It is very important source. Non-vegetarian food majorly, fish, eggs, dairy food products and sprouts. For vegetarians, the only source of vitamin B12 is sprouts. Deficiency causes vitamin B12 type of anemia. Weakness, sour tongue, tendency to bleed. Now, I have not spoken about the other minerals like calcium, iron, because I will be talking about it in the disease part. Okay. Now, what is the another important ingredient of our meal?
Water.
Water. Yes. Hydration. It is very important to keep your body hydrated because 60 to 70% of our body muscle is water. Okay. Having enough water and other fluids throughout the day is important for good health and physical well-being. Water makes up 40 to 50% of the total body mass and 65 to 70% of our body muscle weight. Why is water required? Water is required for transportation of nutrients from one part of the body to the other, various chemical reactions in the body, lubrication of joints, maintaining body temperature and protecting lungs, heart, eyes, intestines. There is a layer of water also around the lungs, the heart. There is pericardial fluid, pleural fluid to protect the various organs. Now,
Another important thing is for excretion of toxins.
Yes, excretion of toxins. Now what will happen if there is not adequate water available in the body?
One dehydration, kidney
There is dehydration, yes, kidney stones, yes. There will be basic fatigue, cramping and reduce your ability to physical functioning and preventing the key. Now what is a balanced diet? We came to know about carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and also about the different vitamins and minerals. what is a balanced diet? A diet which completes or does have all the ingredients in a proper proportion. Okay, so we should not eliminate one particular thing and have the other. Okay, now a balanced diet which is the one which will be able to provide all the nutritional requirement of the body. The caloric and the energy requirement, which is higher in the kids because they are growing and they are always super active. They are always running, jumping everywhere. Okay, it prevents a balanced diet will prevent constipation. It will prevent anemia. Okay, it should also provide you with adequate water requirement. This is a balanced diet. As you can see in this chart, fruits and vegetables should form the major portion of a diet. Then comes bread, rice and potatoes, that is the carbohydrates. Fruits and vegetables will be taking care of vitamins and minerals in the body. This is the protein part. Meat, fish, eggs, beans. They should be in a proportion. Proteins are very important in children because they are growing and protein forms the building blocks of the body. Okay. Then food and drinks form a very small portion. Milk and dairy products over here. Another small portion is over here.
The highest is the green one. Then
Yes. Because fruits and vegetables are important because they also provide water. They also provide fiber which prevents constipation. Also the smaller elements like vitamin B12 is there. The other vitamins are all provided by these vegetables and fruits.
Red minerals.
Fruits also include dry fruits like walnuts, apricots, prunes.
this dry fruit contains protein.
Dry fruits, see, different dry fruits have different composition. It has major portion of fat. With that they have zinc and many other rare minerals which are required for the body. Like walnuts have a very high amount of zinc and magnesium. So again, let your diet be as colorful as possible. Fruits and vegetables form the major chunk of your diet, followed by carbohydrates, then proteins, then this is sugar, again sugar and foods containing fat and other properties, and milk and dairy products. Milk also forms one of the major food ingredient because it has many nutritional properties. It is one of the very good source of calcium too. This is the food pyramid. Again, as you can see, this is the water, which is the major portion. 8 servings it is showing. Then followed by fortified cereals and breads. Okay, where you can also include rice and pasta. Apart from that, after that comes the vegetable group, that is the fruits and the vegetables you can see. Then is
3 serving, 2 serving.
3 times.
that is the 8 servings means this is the proportion with which you should take. If this is one portion, then one portion of this should be this. This should be 2 proportions comparing. Okay. Then rice and pasta is over here. Again, when I say pasta, you will be using whole wheat pastas.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything is available in organic and a whole wheat form, whole grain form. We should be choosing that preference. Okay. Fats, oil and sweets should be used sparingly. Calcium, vitamin D, vitamin B12 supplement should be comes at the peak because the requirement of the body is very small. Now, foods that will increase physical height we will be discussing, and weight. For physical growth, banana plus milk is very good for gain of weight. Peanuts are good. Almonds, dates and milk, khajur with milk is very good for increasing the weight of the body. Cashew nut milkshake is also very good for increasing the weight of the body.
But caviar, lots of fat is there.
Yes.
Children, they
For
need-
children, it is
Children.
required because there are some children who do not gain weight as per the requirement of their height and their nutritional requirement. So again, fat is also a source of energy. It is a sparing source of energy. So when the carbohydrate content is not enough, then fat will be taken care of.
Banana is good, even green one. Nowadays you get yellow colors with chemical. Yellow.
Yes, but see, yellow also you have get many variety in yellow also.
Small one.
The elaichi one is the best variety, but again we get it from outside, so we cannot guarantee the quality wise. We cannot guarantee that. But yes,
Quality is very bad. Bananas nowadays. We used to get green color. Now you don't get green color. Everything is yellow. It's
everything
chemical.
is yellow. Yes, and costing is very high.
That's cutting.
A few foods which can increase height is banana, gum gund, dink we say in Marathi. It is very good for increasing the height. Milk and milk products, ragi, again nachni. It is carrots, radish are very good for increasing the height. These foods are to be given in proportion to the requirement of the child, how much height, and obviously for height, if you say after the child is 15 years old and you try these, they will not be very useful. The only thing is why we call these products to be useful for height is that they are rich in calcium and they are useful for bone formation. Foods to increase the mental growth: walnuts, apples, plums, milk and milk products, paneer, cheese, ragi, nachni. Pumpkin seeds, again they are rich in zinc, they enhance memory and thinking skills. Broccoli is very good for brain. Fish, because they contain essential fatty acids which are required for the development of the brain. Blueberries, which are good for memory. Tomato, they prevent dementia. Whole grains, as we said, they are good for energy production. The brain needs to produce energy all the time. Now, foods to increase the immunity power in a child. Ginger and honey should be mixed. Ginger paste or ginger juice should be mixed, and 1 teaspoon if you give daily to your child. You can start this from the age of 2 years. It's very good for the building of the immunity power of the child.
I think ginger paste is available in the shop, ready-made I think.
No ready-made.
No.
Prepare everything at home. You cannot use
Paste
ready-made.
means just to make it...
Yeah, you can just grind it. Then also you can.
Only?
Yes.
Only taste.
Then lemon juice. It is very rich in vitamin C, which increases the immunity. Turmeric powder, that is haldi. It is very useful for immunity. So again, you can give your child, mix it with honey and give it to the child. Amla juice. Amlas are very good in vitamin C. So again, it's a very good source of immune power to the child. Now, some small simple diseases which can be corrected by diet, like anemia, diarrhea, constipation. Now, what would you give a child suffering from diarrhea?
Fluids.
Lot of fluids, very correct. To avoid dehydration, we will be giving lot of fluids.
Fluids, electrolytes.
Electrolytes, yes.
And then to prevent it, you have to give that isabgol-like thing.
Isabgol will increase the diarrhea.
Hold it. To
So
get
lots of fluids to correct the electrolyte balance, that is water, salt, and sugar solution. You get ORS packets outside, you get electrol powders outside, you can use that. But the best one you can give is a lemon juice in the house.
kanji.
Yes, rice kanji is a very good option you can give to the child. Keep the diet as light as possible for diarrhea in children. Do not force the child to eat too much. Just replenish the water content in the body. Then diet for anemia. Now here I am referring to anemia which is caused due to dietary deficiency.
Anemia, which means which disease?
Anemia is when the hemoglobin level is below the normal limit of the age
In the blood.
in the blood. Yes. Okay. Now we have iron deficiency and vitamin B12 deficiency. Again, so with iron, I refer that we should replenish the iron in the body, and the body will take care of the anemia. There are many other causes for anemia, but we are not relating to that. That needs medical aid. Okay, medical follow. Black dates are very good for increasing the hemoglobin. Black raisins, that is kishmish. Then dry fig. Okay, sprouts, because in cases of vitamin B12 deficiency. Jaggery. Jaggery is a very good source, a homely source of iron. Very good source. You must inculcate little bit of jaggery in the child's diet daily. Green leafy vegetables, beet, tomatoes, spinach is also a very good source for iron deficiency anemia. Now, what is the diet would you follow in constipation?
Lots of water, fibers.
Yes, very correct. Fibers, water. So lots of fluids and water. Children who generally have constipation is due to less of water intake. It is very important to inculcate the habit of drinking water in children. Okay, because they do not realize their thirst or the requirement of the body, and they do not drink enough water. High fiber diet, oatmeals, cornflakes, fruits like papaya, sweet lime, oranges. They are very good. Sweet lime and oranges have a very good fiber content, and it is very useful in case of constipation. Lots of green vegetables, palak, methi, you name it. In India we get a variety of green leafy vegetables which we can use.
These oatmeals.
The oats, that is a whole green wheat.
Oat and milk and jaggery can be.
Yes, yes. You can see those combinations you can make on your own, whichever suits and your child desires, you can make according to that. Yes, one more very good option for constipation is give a dry fig is that anjeer. That you soak it overnight in water and make the child drink one fig daily with the water in the morning.
The same water.
Same water. Just see, you will see a miraculous change. Your child will not have to take any laxatives for constipation. Now, how frequently a child should eat?
Whenever hungry.
Every 4 hours.
2 hours.
Whenever
Not
hungry.
2 hours.
Okay, whenever hungry, very correct. Whenever he is hungry, he should eat. Demand feeding, we call it. Yes, that is also a right
You
concept.
should be able to digest whatever it is.
True, true. But with one age, you have to set certain timings for the child so that his body is used to taking food at certain times. Demand feeding is absolutely correct and it has to be done. No, your timing is lunch is 12, so if you are hungry at 11, I will not give you food is not going to work out. Because sometimes the child may use his energy maybe in playing or in doing some activity and he may feel hungry. But minimum, as per a small protocol, we will say 3 big meals and 2 small snackings. This combination can go as 3 and 2 and 2 and 3. Like sometimes the snacks, he may take 3 snacks in a day and 2 heavy meals. But the snacks should be able to provide
Calories.
proper calories to the child.
No, why heavy meal? It should be moderate meal. Heavy meals.
Child.
Heavy means a big meal. What I mean is a big meal and a small meal. Like lunch and dinner are the big meals of the day. They are the heavy meals. Obviously, we do not make the child eat more than what he is hungry. That also we will be coming to all these points in ahead. Let us plan one day of child meal. Healthy menu for a child. 8 a.m. you give a milkshake, a khakra or a paratha. Indian foods suggest this. Use pure ghee while preparing parathas than using oil. Or if you can make a dry paratha also is good. What you can do is try some different stuffings for the child. You can add paneer, you can add palak, you can use potatoes, you can use raw bananas to add variety. You can even make out of peas, vatana. Okay. Now again you have to add creativity to your child's food, right? Your child is not going to eat whatever you are going to give. पराठा दे दिया वो खाने वाला है नहीं. You have to create that craving or interest of the child to eat. So by making these combinations, you can create some kind of interest in the child to develop the food, to develop the appetite in the child. You can, what we used to do is, we used to make different shapes of parothas. Like one day we'll make a square parotha, one day we'll make a triangular paratha. It doesn't matter to us, it's the same ingredient, but the child is very happy to see a triangle. Someday he'll say, make a star shaped parotha for me. So he feels there's something added on to the food table every time he sits for it.
One thing is pure ghee. Is this Amul and Parsi dairy comes under the pure ghee?
See again, I cannot name any company and say it's not pure ghee, but a ghee which you can prepare at home. Organic ghee.
Whole as a ghee.
Yes, yes.
But cow ghee is like preferable.
वो जो
Cow ghee is
वो जो
good.
दही से छाछ बना के
That
that is pure.
Now, one of our traditional breakfast items is idli and sambar. Idli is a very good source of proteins and carbohydrates and also very rich in vitamin, because it's a fermented food. It is a very rich in vitamin B12. So idli sambar will provide proteins plus carbohydrates requirement plus vitamin B12. So preparing a idli sambar for a breakfast, you have to keep changing your options for your child to feel interested in the food.
Poha upma is also good.
Poha, upma, bread toast. Again, when you say choose a bread, you have to choose a bread with a whole grain. Do not use refined flour, that is maida, is to be avoided. Sandwiches you can make for your child. In sandwich you can have different combinations. You can add cheese, you can add fruits, you can even add vegetables of the choice of the child. Make different combinations. Get your child involved in making the food. This was the 8 a.m. when he wakes up. 10 a.m. what would you give? Now you have to understand, a child has a very small tummy. So we need to give, and his caloric requirement is higher. So we need to give food frequently compared to an adult. Okay, 10 a.m. you can give a fruit or a fruit juice. Now what do I mean by 100% fruit juice is without any added sugar. Do not get your child used to having those added sugars to everything he eats. You can at 10 a.m. you can even give dry fruits like almonds, apricots, prunes, walnuts, raisins. You always have to make sure, nowadays the crystal sugar which we get is a processed sugar. Try to avoid your child getting habituated to that sugar. Instead of that, we can use healthier options like jaggery, good, honey, dates. They give that sweetened flavor to whatever food you add and does not have any side effect. Okay. Again, 12 noon to 1 p.m. lunchtime. Now Indian meal, what we have, a dal, bhat, roti, sabzi, is the tradition which we follow, is a perfect balance of a balanced diet. Salad should be important ingredient. You add colors to your salad. See, make your kitchen as colorful and as creative you can for your child to be interested in eating. Salads like cucumber, salad leaves, radish, carrots, sprouts. You can even make a pasta salad for your child so that he enjoys eating the salad. What you generally can do is make a vegetable, dal and chapati or rice. Do not give chapati and rice at one time. This is called as one grain at a time, so that it's easier for the digestive system to digest at a time. So if you are having a chapati at the one point of time, do not have rice. And when the rice is taken, do not have a chapati. Because
we should have only one thing.
Yes. Because the digestion, see, one is a starch and one is a normal sugar, the wheat bread chapati which we make. So for digestive purpose, if both are mixed, it's difficult. So the nutritive absorption is better if we have one thing at a time. Either you make a chapati or you make a rice. Vegetables, make sure you can make bhindi. In India, we get so many varieties and good, fresh vegetables. You can make bhindi, you can make bangan, you can make cauliflower, peas, potatoes. You have so many other options.
So many
which are
beans
available.
are there.
Yeah, beans, exactly. You can make a lot of pulses also. Pulses are rich for proteins. Instead of a dal, you make a pulse. That is also a very good substitute for proteins. Now 4 p.m. is a snack time. Milk or milkshake with, you can give fruits like papaya, muskmelon, banana. Depending upon the season, always encourage your child to eat seasonal foods. Like right now it's the season for sitafal, oranges. Try to inculcate the habit of eating seasonal foods because they have high nutritional value.
Milkshake, what to add in the milkshake? Milk plus? What
You
else?
can make a banana, chiku,
Achha, that.
any milkshake you wish. Even with cashew nut I had spoken to increase the weight. We can
Without sugar.
yes, without sugar. You can add honey to the sugar, that is okay to add the sweetened. But banana and chikus, they are
Even,
rich in
dates
sugar
also.
content.
Khajur is good too.
Khajur also you can add, it's a very good. 6 p.m. brunch, probably you can give a vegetable soup. Now generally children don't like to drink a soup. But how to add? Again you have to add your creativity to it. To the soup you add some peas, full peas. You can add cheese, a low fat cheese are available now. You can add that and make your child have that. He's going to love that. Keep some chopped vegetables aside and put it in the end. Suppose there are some vegetables your child just doesn't like to eat. What will you do? You will put it in the soup format and he will have it. Add a bit of rock salt and pepper for taste. Try to avoid salt in the children. You can even add corn, peas, cheese to the soup for the child to like it. 8 p.m. is dinner time. Make sure your child eats at least 2 hours before he goes to sleep. Make a variety of food which was not made for lunch. Make a colorful and a lively dinner. You can always make a pasta which is a whole grain, pizza, rice with full of vegetables for dinner. Pizza base can also be made at home using wheat flour. Okay, so you do not stop your children from eating all this. If your child wants to eat a burger, make a burger at home. You can make the patties full of vegetables. So that will again encourage the child to have vegetables, plus he also satisfies the craving whatever he has.
Strictly avoid using refined flour, maida.
Yes. So children enjoying it and also get adequate nutrition. Now there are the four important elements I'll tell you. Food, water, sleep. These are the 3 things which the child needs. And the 4th thing is the physical activity. Your child should not be restricted to playstations and playing indoor games. Encourage them to go out and play. These are the 4 things you need a child to have. It's like a nutrition. We just don't speak of nutrition from the food point of view. Okay? Make sure the child takes adequate water, adequate physical activity, and gets adequate sleep. Healthy tiffin box tips. Do not give any outside made food items. Parents generally give a paprika packet and just give it to the child. It's not to be done like that. Do not give wafers and dry snacks. Give them home fresh made food. You can give dokla, sandwiches, cutlets, fruits, upmas. These are very good things you can add to your child's tiffin box. Okay? Apart from this, is your child a fussy eater? Do you have a lot of problem in making your child eat? Yes. So what is the solution? I have given you a few tips. Again, we'll be going through properly. what it is. How do you develop your child's interest in eating that food? As you can see, involve your child in cooking. Make your child maybe help you chop some vegetables. Maybe he can add some ingredients to the food, and he'll feel very good that he is being involved. While he makes, suppose he makes a pizza or a pasta, say name, Shweta. Shweta is the name of the child. Shweta's pasta. So while eating, they feel so good. It just adds the, there is nothing extra we are doing, but child feels so good that he has made the food and it is named after him.
Plus their self-esteem is...
Yes, exactly. So involve in food shopping. Even when you go to buy grocery for the house, go and involve your child. When you are going for buying grains and the other groceries of the house, involve your child. You will even come to know what your child likes and what your child doesn't like while eating. You'll come to know about child food preferences. You will get an opportunity to tell them, okay, this is red in color, so this is good for hemoglobin. You can also educate your child simultaneously while doing the shopping, food shopping. They will get a feeling of accomplishment. Children may be more willing to eat and try foods they have prepared. Name the food by the name, by the child's name. So, this is how we add creativity and involving children in the kitchen. Okay. Then we go, what is a chocolate bank? Have you all ever heard of a piggy bank? Yes, a piggy bank is something the child gets money, he goes and puts. But can he take the money from it anytime and every time he wants?
No.
Yes. So the same concept is a chocolate bank. A child gets chocolates. See, you cannot stop your guest giving the child the chocolates. He may receive chocolates from neighbors, he may from some relatives. You cannot stop them. But you have to stop them from overeating. So how do you do it? You create a chocolate bank. The child keeps the chocolates together, and as in when, maybe you can reward the child with a chocolate for what? For a good behavior or finishing a food on time or for getting good marks. And the child feels that he has accomplished something. He knows the worth of eating a chocolate. So this is a chocolate bank. He knows he has to earn to eat a chocolate.
So I think if you take khajur and remove the seed and put in badam,
Yes, you can
that
do.
is much
Yes,
better.
definitely. What you can do is we call it khajur pak. You make sweets out of khajur. You add lot of dry fruits to it. Just make small rolls out of it and put it in a wrapper and give it to the child as a chocolate. The child will be the most happiest to eat it,
And it's very healthy.
and it is the best, healthiest option you can give to your child. Creativity to the plate. Make the dish as colorful as possible. If all the colors are present in a plate, that means you're giving adequate nutrition to your child. You make your child eat seasonal fruits. Again, adding creativity is maybe if you are serving apples and other things to the child, just make a face out of it, make a smiley, so that the child feels, wow, I'm eating something different. You can make a food collage, that is using different, like a broccoli can be used as a tree. Make a scenario for the child so that he feels, okay, now you can use the cauliflower to make a cloud and make a nice scenery for the child and develop the interest of the child in the food he is going to eat.
Make frozen last one.
You can make smoothies. This concept is
Make
not
frozen fruits.
fruit kebabs, which is not, we don't in India, we do not use so much of frozen fruits. So I just skip this point, but yes, you can make frozen fruit kebabs and all, like, so that whenever the child has, but I would not recommend you to keep anything frozen. Eat fresh as much as possible. You can make smoothies for a quick breakfast or a quick snack. Smoothies are made up out of fruits. You can just blend it with little bit of vanilla ice cream or something and make a smoothie. This will all add and develop the interest of the child. Again, add extra veggies to soups, stews and sauces. You can add shredded cheese to it. Again, now that you want to develop a healthy food habit in your child, how are you going to do it? Yes, you are going to keep all the healthy food stuff like fruits and vegetables available, washed in the fridge, so that whenever the child comes home hungry, he opens the fridge and he can pick up an apple and eat, rather than eating a fried wafers or chivda or something like that. Give a healthier option available ready for the child. Apple, pears, bananas, grapes, celery sticks, they all can be eat on the run. Okay? You can even keep yogurt. You want keep now. Generally, kids are used to drinking a lot of calories. They drink a lot of sweetened drinks outside. Probably they'll take an ice cream or something like that, which has to be avoided. Again, why? Because it leads to obesity. It will be these sweetened, that much calorie may not be required for the child. Outside drinks, chocolate shakes, fruit shakes contain umpteen number of calories because they do add lot of sweetening agents outside.
These soft drinks, canned juices.
Yes, cold drinks and aerated drinks should be banned for children
Yes.
because they contain only sugar and sweetened sugar, which is not required for them. They do more damage than they benefit to the child. Warn your kids from having them. For the kids to develop these healthy liquid calorie, rather give them an option of drinking water, drinking fruit juices. 100% fruit juices, ready juices should be avoided. Okay, 100% fruit juices without sugar should be used. Okay. If you do give them juice, give them 100% fruit juices, mixing equal parts of water and juice. Encourage your child to drink water. Overconsumption of sweetened drinks and sodas have been linked to increased obesity in children. Now that everyone is aware that what is to be given to your child and what not to be given, will you stop your child from not eating junk completely?
You can't.
You cannot, because they are going to go to parties, they are going to go out, and they are going to be attracted. So if you completely ban something, there will be more craving
They'll
for that
overdo it.
food, and they will be overeating those foods.
Sometimes it's okay, like marriage party.
Yeah, so occasionally, so you give a proportion. Now, my child loves to eat a McDonald's burger. What do? I make an alternative available at home so that he doesn't have that craving once he goes there. Yes.
See, did you proceed? But I just would like to say, this drinking habit, I don't understand why they don't cultivate this habit of drinking buttermilk.
Yes, definitely buttermilk is a much
Because it is much healthier option
Yes.
compared to most of the drinks.
Yes.
Buttermilk, lime juice is good.
Lime juice is good, but they again, if you go and drink outside, they add sweetening agents. So you have to be careful where you can have and what you can have. It is a very, very.
Everything should be homely.
Yeah. Once kids get the first taste of the sweet, or it's hard to keep them unhooked. Still, it is recommended that parents limit the number of treats that a child are allowed to eat each day. That way, kids don't get tempted with what they can't have. If the food becomes available to your child outside home, she might have that craving and lead to overeating. Discourage eating meals or snacks while watching TV. Why does this? What does happen is while watching TV, they just go on overeating and eating. Try to eat only in designated areas in the house like the dining table or the kitchen. Eating in the front of the TV will make it difficult to pay attention to fullness and may lead to overeating. Encourage your child to eat slowly. You must encourage your child to eat slowly so that they detect their hunger and the sensation of fullness. Before offering a second helping or a second serving, ask them if they are really hungry, then only give the second serving. Eat meals together as a family as often as possible. Try to make meal times pleasant with healthy conversations and joyful conversations rather than making, scolding your child while eating and arguing with them, telling them you were wrong here, you were wrong there, you should not have done this. Rather make it a very healthy conversation and a happy situation. This will develop a healthy relation of the child with the food. If meal times are unpleasant, child may try to eat faster or leave the table as soon as possible. Then they may also learn to associate eating with stress. Set a good example. As if as a parent you are only eating Maggi noodles, you are only getting those instant soups in the house. Is your child going to inculcate these habits? No. It's like he is going to copy whatever you do.
They imitate parents.
They imitate parents completely. There is a lot of, whatever actions that parents do, they have a lot of impact on the children's lifestyle. Preschoolers love to copy their parents do and are likely to mimic your meal preferences and willingness to try new foods. Take advantage of this see monkey do behavior and make healthy eating choices in front of them. Eat snacks and meals with your child whenever possible so that they see how much you enjoy eating fruits and make mealtime fun by trying new foods together. If you have older kids, there are 2 kids in the house and the elder one is making faces while eating a particular, the younger one is automatically going to learn. So avoid such situations, explain to the elder one that nothing is a yuck food or have a better food preference. Start with small portions. Use smaller plates, bowls and utensils for the child to eat and allow them to serve themselves when they are old enough so that they know how much they want to eat. Probably you can start with non-hot foods which they may not burn themselves. This will make them feel like grown-ups while helping them learn measure out of how much they want to eat and understand the portion size. Encourage them to take one serving at a time and go back for seconds only if they are still hungry. A weighty problem, children and self-esteem. Children who eat a lot of outside junk foods tend to gain lot of weight, and these are the children who will have weight problems even when they are in their teenagers, leading to cardiovascular problems, joint problems, bone problems. And children who are generally fat in their young age tend to be fat even in the teenage and even in the future life adulthood. Addressing weight problem in children is coordinated physical and healthy nutrition. The goal should be to halt the weight gain and thereby allowing the child to grow to their ideal weight. Kids and junk food, no matter what you do, your children are going to be tempted towards eating junk food. Instead, you give them a healthier option. Some kids love French fries. So what you can do is instead of a French fry, make a baked French fries in the house. When you go out with your children, choose healthier options to eat. Rather than ordering something with cheese, go for salads so that the child also learns to eat those salads. Instead of eating those fried starters in the hotel, try to eat something which is more healthier. Maybe you can carry some fruits, vegetables. You can avoid sodas, skip the fries, order the kids' meals with some substitution. Like those Happy Meals you get at McDonald's. Their child is taking that Happy Meal only to get that toy. So rather you substitute that thing, you take the meal, but you try to talk to the person and get a healthier option there also. And do not punish or reward your child with food. Withholding food as a punishment may lead to worry that they will not get enough food. And for example, sending children to bed without dinner may cause them to eat a lot when they get a chance. Parents should avoid restricting desserts or treats as punishment for bad behavior because this will lead to unhealthy relationship with the food. You should limit the salt intake. Here you can see what is the salt requirement as per age. 1 to 3 years age group require only 1,500 milligrams a day, and 14 to 18 require only 2,300 milligrams a day. But do we restrict to that self? We eat those Ruffle, Lays, Peppy. They all contain packaged foods and all. They contain high levels of sodium. Again, opt for fresh fruits instead of canned vegetables. Cut back on salty snacks such as potato chips, nuts and pretzels.
I guess the frozen vegetables are good if you can take nowadays frozen peas are available.
No, that is again fresh is always a better option
Fresh.
against frozen. You must limit the sugar intake of the child. As I had told earlier, that healthier option for sugar you can use jaggery, you can use honey, dates. These are better sweetening agents. Cut down on the processed food because cakes, breads, they contain high sugar levels. Do not forget about physical activity. It is important to ensure your child includes physical activity in the day. Children need to be active at least an hour every day. Reduce sedentary activities like sitting and watching TV, playing on PlayStations, computers, video games. Increase incidental exercise like walking to the shop, walking to the school.
They want car.
Yes, they want car, bikes. That we should. It is all the mistake of the parents not to inculcate habits at the right age. Yes. Be a role model and make physical activity a family event by going for a bushwalk, playing cricket with the child, playing on the park, or kicking a ball around. Choose activities that your child like and encourage play that involves moving. Choose games like volleyballs rather than sedentary presents like DVDs and PlayStations. The same thing. Help them recognize that they have eaten enough. Again, take the second serving only when required. Remind your child that once they are full, whether they want the second serving or no, you have to ask them. You should ask them to ask their tummy. It is a very playful way to ask whether their tummy needs more or the tummy is full. Allow your child to stop eating when they feel, rather than forcing them that you have to clear your plate. Okay, you can tell them you can eat this portion later. Nutritious new foods. If you want to try a new food with your child, you must try at least 12 to 13 times for them to accept this new food.
13 times.
Yes. Do not, you as a parent, you should not be discouraged. He did not like it, so I am not making it. You try making it, because for the taste buds to accept that taste, it is going to take some time. And you also simultaneously try with your child whatever you are trying to do.